Hello and welcome. Today I'm bringing you guys a kind of impromptu video. The last 3-4 days have been a nightmare to say the least. And so the content that I originally wanted to bring is just not happening. But I got lucky and my best friend sent me a box of books. And so in the beginning of my channel, she actually used to send me quite a few boxes full of books. She goes to her local thrift stores and hunts down books that I'm looking for because prices of her used bookstores are vastly better than mine. Vastly better. So she does tend to look for them because she gets way better deals, but also she has more used bookstores around her than I do where I'm at, and so she has more options. And so she tends to go on the hunt for me sometimes. So I have a nice little collection that she has sent me, and I figure I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys what has been added. I also just want to take a quick moment. If I sound slightly off, I have a stuffy nose. I got my flu shot on Friday, and my daughter has been trying for the past 2 weeks to give me her cold. She's been trying. I don't think she's given it to me yet, but because I didn't get the stuffy nose until after I got my flu shot, so I think it's a reaction to the flu shot. But she's been trying. She's been trying to pass that on to me. I don't know why. She's evil. But anyways, so this video is actually going to be going up on my birthday. And my neighbor, she got me some gifts. One of them's a sweater. And she got me these few other things that are bookish related that I wanted to show you guys. The first one being these little kitty cat earrings with books in them. It's the little kitty cat silhouette, and it's got books, little bookshelves in it. If you're new here, I love cats, and the universe said you're going to be allergic to them. It's fun. And then the other thing she got me are these cute little bookmark sleeves with little kitty cats, and they're little black cats because black cats are my favorite. The back side has the full picture, but basically you put the corner of the page that you're on in here and then put it in the book, and it's your bookmark. They're super cute, super adorable. I love them. I was super excited when she gave me those for my birthday because honestly that's probably the only gift I'm getting for my birthday. And then my best friend, she went to a craft fair. The one who sends me the books, she went to a craft fair recently because her coworker was hosting a table at it, and she bought me these super cute handmade book earrings that her coworker makes. Her coworker makes these. She bought them to support her coworker. She bought me a pair, and when she bought herself a pair first, and she showed me, and I was like, rude. Buy yourself a pair of book earrings and not me. Like, I only own 900 books. Like, rude. Just joking with her as friends do, and she went back and she bought me a pair. If her coworker has an Etsy, I will have it linked below. I haven't heard back from her yet on that. But once I know, it will be linked, and then every time that I wear them, I will have it linked down below. That way, in case anybody else wants some cute little book earrings and want to support an artist, you will be able to do that. So, moving on to the actual books, because yes, there are books in this book haul. First up, I have Dragon Quest by Anne McCaffrey. So this is actually a replacement copy. So I own all but one book from the entire Pern collection. Okay, I'm still missing just one. And the original copy that she found for me, because most of my collection is actually I acquired it because of her. She found them. And so this was one of the ones that she had initially found for me, and the copy that she had originally picked up, the spine was cracked really, really bad. But then when I was rereading it, it started to fall apart. The cover is starting to fall off. The back cover is starting to fall off. Like, that's the only problem with some of these really old mass markets, is especially if they have like any kind of like sun damage or something, the covers get hard and brittle and then they just rip off. It happened to my David Eddings books. So that's what ended up happening to the original copy, and she felt bad, and so she ended up finding this one, which has a much better spine and the cover's holding up a little bit better. It does have like the possibilities of eventually falling off, but I think it still has a little bit of time before that happens, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, nice little replacement copy. Very happy about that. Next, we have The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood by Howard Pyle. So next to the Arthurian legends, I love the Legend of Robin Hood. It's definitely a big, big favorite of mine. And this copy is from 1955. Now, what's interesting is the only reason we know that it's from 1955, aside from research, is someone had to handwrite it in. Because this is the copyright page. It literally just says, copyright MCM LV by Whitman Publishing Company, Racine, Wisconsin, printed in the U.S. by Western Printing and Lithographing Company. No year. No year, no copyright to the author, trademark, just that's it. Copyright pages have come a long way in books, and when you start to get to like some really, really older copies of books, it can actually be pretty hard figuring out when they were printed. So I'm actually really grateful that somebody wrote the year inside of it, and then from our research, it is from 1955. But it's got some nice little drawings on the back, and it also has illustrations all throughout it that have this beautiful green shade added to it. Like, all of them, there's no other color in here. It's just the green with the black, and I love it. It adds a nice, fun little touch to it. So, very glad. I do have a, it's right here, actually. I have a nice updated version from Barnes & Noble of basically the same book, and they're roughly about the same size, but I am actually interested to see how much they stayed the same. Because you know how like sometimes when things get reprinted, they do kind of like re-edit, change them up a little bit and stuff like that. So I might end up doing like a back-to-back read of these at some point in my future. I don't know when. I'm not going to commit to that, but at some point I think that'd be kind of cool, because it's essentially the same book, just a much newer version and a really, really old version. So it's kind of fun. After that, I have Forest Mage by Robin Hobb. This is book 2 in the Soldier's Son trilogy, and it's actually also another replacement, because she got the first book and the third book in hardcover, and then she found the second book in paperback, and she bought me the paperback. And paperback, he's got a bunch of spine cracks in here. It's had better days. But then she found it in hardcover, and she was like, oh my gosh, I know you prefer your hardcovers, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this hardcover for you. And I was like, cool, sweet, like, thank you. And now the next problem is this is short, like, height-wise. Like, book 1 and book 3 are the tall hardbacks. This is a short hardback. So now on the shelf it goes, and I'm like, that is awesome. So, from one issue to the next, I guess, but it's okay. I still love it. I've also never heard anybody talk about this series. Like, everybody talks about the Realm of the Elderlings, which I get it. I've read the first book. I'm gonna get to the rest of it, I swear. But, like, I've never heard anyone talk about the Soldier's Son trilogy. So, like, if you've read it, is it good? Like, why don't I ever hear anyone talk about it? What's up with that? I do think the cover is very pretty. So, yeah. Very nice to have that one in the collection. Then we have Steven Erikson. Dust of Dreams, book 9 in the Malazan Book of the Fallen. So she bought this before I actually told her to stop picking up the Malazan books, because I am Still undecided if I ever actually want to read this, and I didn't want her to keep acquiring these books for me. So after she got this one, and I think it was like end of last year, maybe early this year, I had made a video talking about series that are like kind of intimidating to want to pick up. This was one of them on there. And I made the decision to go ahead and just be like, hey, like, stop picking those ones up for now. Like, and the only reason why she was picking them up is because surprisingly, these are not in my used bookstore, like at all. I think I maybe found one, and I have like 1 through 3, 8, maybe 5, and now 9. And my collection is like a couple mass markets, a paperback, and some hardcovers. So it's all over the place. But yeah, for some reason, these are never in my used bookstores. So I don't know what that means, but yeah. And now I have 2 more left, and these are 2 that I am actually super, super excited to have. And it's going to be very easy to figure out why I'm super, super excited to have these ones. They're Patricia McKillop books. All right, so the first one up is Solstice Wood. And this is probably, compared to all of her other covers, this is like the most like lackluster kind of cover that she has, because, you know, if you've been on here long enough, like, you guys have seen me, like, these are what her covers usually look like. It's a little lackluster. It's not given like these are given. It does give a different vibe. Not the vibe that I love. But you know, it's strikingly different. But it does give like this kind of like ghost girl in a field kind of vibes. And so I don't know what it's about. It kind of like the name Solstice Wood, you know, nighttime woods, the ghostly figure, like it kind of feels like this kind of mysterious thing. I don't know if that's what it is because I don't read the synopsises for her books. I just walk into them as blind as possible. So we'll see. But again, I am super glad to have it in the collection now, because obviously my end goal is to own everything that she has ever written, and I am almost there. And the other one is Dreams of a Distant Shore. So this is a short story collection. She has 2 of these out. The other one is called Wonders of the Invisible World. I don't have that one yet. But this one is just a nice little short collection. I think there's about 8 stories in it, if I remember correctly. And it also has an afterword by Peter S. Beagle. And that's an afterword that I will read. So, fun fact about me, I don't always read forwards and I don't always read afterwards. A lot of it depends on who has written the forward or the afterword. And considering I am a fan of Peter S. Beagle's The Last Unicorn, I'm going to read his afterword for this book. He feels fitting to make comments about Patricia's writing. So I will be reading that afterward. But yes, definitely looking forward to getting to this one and the other one. I think now I might only be missing 4, maybe 5 Patricia books. I haven't checked my list yet because I do have a list going so I can see which ones I have and which ones I don't. So at some point I will have to do like an update on that so I can see exactly how many I'm missing, but I'm very close to having everything, and I'm working my way through reading all of them. So yeah. But that is everything that I got in this small little tiny impromptu book haul, all thanks to my best friend, because she is the most fabulous person in the entire universe. And yeah, so if you've read any of these, if any seem interesting to you, I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts down below. Remember, like, subscribe, all of those things. It helps the channel grow. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.